G'day gamers, we are back with more Battle Brothers, of course. Back to our Wolf Brothers. I wish I could rename that to Brothers rather than Brother. I don't know why I did it singular, but anyway. Okay, let's have a quick look and refresh to what our party is up to. We are back to 12 men again. We had a few losses in the last stream, but we're back. We still have Conman, one of our followers. We've got Dace. We've got Cold Dodge. We've got Banana Guard yourself. Rusty Boyar, another follower. So, yeah, and we managed to get a couple of fights at the end there with some decent armor again. And I'm really finding swords seem to be doing it for me. Short swords in particular. I'm trying out this Scramasax. But most of my guides have got swords or falchions. Swords and daggers in the back line. And we're doing well. So what we need to do, we are okay for provisions, we're okay for tools, we're a little bit lower than I would like to be for ammunition, but not too bad. Was there any missions here at Strodorf? No. Is there any ammunition at a decent price? There is none to be had at all. Okay. So, what we're going to do... thing is, I tend to find this is a pretty bad area of the map for missions and stuff. There doesn't seem to be a lot of them, but we'll have another look around. It's been a while since we've been down in this area, so let's have a bit of a play down here for a while. Good. Mission available there. Armor, Fletcher, not Fletcherer. So let's get some more arrows, more ammunition. 4 more days worth of food is great. Not going to play with that. I don't really need more people. On some of these armors though. 24. I mean 190 is just insane armor, but 24 fatigue. I thought padded leathers 8 was bad. Look at these heater shields, 14 fatigue on them. Is it worthwhile to buy a hunting bow for 882? They're only worth 600. No, I'm going to see if I can get one cheaper somewhere else. What's the mission? Oh, delivery to Adderstone. Okay. 600. Yep, okay. Retreat. Some brigand thugs. So that's going to be 4 to 6. And a few brigand raiders. We can take that on, and that would give us this. I think we should do this. And I think we should do it right now. Really? Only 6? So the few brigand raiders... 1, thug, 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 raider, thug. Oh man, we lucked out so well here. Unless there's someone hidden that we can't see off the edge. We really, really lucked out. We've got to be careful of that guy. So we might as well... But taking out that guy really quick because he doesn't have any... He's not wearing a helmet. Might be really worthwhile. So thin their ranks nice and quick. He's got minimal armor. He's got a bit more. He's got pretty minimal armor. Yeah, no, I got to take out this guy, even though he's got lots of armor. These two are the biggest threats. I really want that guy going first if I can. Only 5% to hit him, so let's move him forward and then wait. Move you forward and then throw. Good. Can't hit him. Okay, he's now a problem, so we've got to finish him off. And he's now a problem. Okay. You got a better shot at him than me. Is there an option for that? Gameplay. There isn't. There we go. This is going to end up being a easy fight by the looks of it. Can't hit from there. Not one of us got injured. So That went really, really well. And what loot did we get for it? Don't want it, 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 want it, want it. Okay, cool. And there was some coin and mead and other nice little things amongst that, including some black paint, which we probably don't want. Wonderful. That should get rid of that ambition, maybe? Yes. There we go. And we need to get back on track to go to Adderstollen. So off we go. Oh, I didn't check. Did we get any levels? No, we didn't. The combat was too easy, we didn't get levels. But we might as well look at equipping this armor on someone who might need it. So that's 80. That's already 95. So what do we got? 55, 50, and 70. So let's replace the 50. And we don't want any of our archers using these helms. There is a mod that adds the archers, the standard Robin Hood type hat that you think of, and there's a new version of that. There's one already in the game, but there's a new version in this mod which gives your archers a +1 to their vision stat, which I'm considering adding that mod in, and then I'll equip all my archers with that hat to make them just that little bit better. Assuming I can find it for a reasonable price, of course. Actually, let's just quickly stop in here and see if we can sell some of this stuff. We don't need to worry about that, but we might buy some ammo and sell up what we've got. Ooh, lots of interesting stuff in there. Leather lamella. Sell that. And let's sell the beer, because we got it for free. And the salt. Gonna leave the mead there. Right. And let's buy some more ammo. Tempted to buy the war dog, but I'd actually prefer a cheaper one than that. Anyway, we can go in here. What ambition are we going to choose next? Should have sold one of those helms. We've got too many now. I don't need 3 spares. Well, I hope I don't need 3 spares, put it that way. Celebratory slap up. Three more days worth of food. What's decently priced here? Oh, the cheese is decently priced. Let's get another cheese. Tools are a good price. Let's get some of them. weaponsmiths. Just drool over some of the weapons we are not going to buy. Although... Look at the fencing sword. Only a fatigue of 4. But it is tempting to buy an arming sword. So let's see. The falchions do 35 to 45. The short swords do 30 to 40. The arming sword does 40 to 45, but it has a fatigue of 6. Whereas I could go with the fencing sword, which does 35 to 50 and a fatigue of 4. I know that some of the higher end weapons sort of keep their fatigue a little bit lower. So if you look here, you know, the next one, it's only got a 2 increase in fatigue between those 2 swords. I would really love to buy one of these, but I don't know. I'd like to buy one of each. I can't afford it at the moment, so we're not going to do that. We're going to sell the nasal helm. Actually, no. We're going to sell one of the reinforced, the padded dented nasal helms, so that we've got one of each of these, because that one does a little less fatigue and it's a little less protecting. So if there's someone that I need that, you know, I don't want their fatigue to go too high, I can do that. Good to know there's a good armourer here, a good weaponsmith here though. Crystal skull, stolen by some brigands. What's it worth to you? 710? Yep, sure, no worries. Where'd they go? Over this way. We need a battle standard. Oh, there's only one thing I can do, and we've already got at least 2,000 crowns. So why do we not immediately fulfill that ambition? 9 thieves. Thugs and poachers. Oh, this'll be easy. Come on, there we go. Oh, a necromancer, damn it! Okay. Where is he? He's not visible yet. How are we going to do this? I've got to take out this necromancer as quickly as possible. And the trick that I use with the, I don't know, the ghouls, I call them, the guys that eat the bodies and heal and upgrade, the Nezaraks or whatever they are. The trick that I use with them to stand on the body that's been killed doesn't work with zombies, because when the zombie then rises, it pushes you off that square to somewhere else. So I really need to find this necromancer and kill him ASAP to stop him raising any more dead. So what I think I'm going to do is my archers are going to start thinning their ranks right now, as risky as that is. It just an image of chess just flashed through my head with the pawns jumping forward in their first turn, because I want to do this as well. I want to move forward so that I can uncover their necromancer back there. So I am going to use my javelins here with this guy, but this guy, for example, is going to jump forward. He hasn't found the necromancer. The necromancer's probably in one of those squares over there. I don't... Oh, that's this guy down here. Yeah, let's throw... Good. Can you get that guy? 7%. What about you? There's a chance you'll hit your own guy. Still no sign of the necromancer. Okay. I don't know what's going to happen when I kill one of these poachers. I don't know if they come back as zombies, and if they do, if they can still shoot. Because this guy no longer has a weapon anymore. Good. Switch weapons, don't I? Gonna switch weapons, and rather than attacking this guy, which is just going to create one more zombie. See, this guy, even though he's a zombie, still has his weapon. This guy seemed to lose his weapon when he became a zombie, so I'm wondering what's going to happen with some of these archers. I don't recall having seen that before. Gonna get this guy to come around the back. I need to get some people to get in range to take out this necromancer ASAP. I might get you to come over there as well. He hits a good hit, even if it's a miss. Shield up there. Just shield up there for the moment. Just need a bit of protection. You need to swap weapons because you've still got your throwing axes out. That's not good. Didn't want to do that. I felt I had to do it. I'm just marking time with these zombies over here, just trying to be as defensive as possible. Except for this guy. I'm as aggressive as possible with him. But I'm going to stick to this now where I one attack and shield wall. So in this case I'm going to shield wall and do nothing else. To just be defensive with these zombies until I can get this necromancer down, and then I can clean up. Having to be aggressive with this guy though, because he's in the way. Let's be defensive here for when that guy rises. Best option for this guy is to move him out of immediate range of that zombie. When that guy rises as a zombie, I'm no longer right next to him, and I've got my bow out again, and I can help taking out these guys. That's the plan for him. I'm just going to shield. I'm not even going to attack. Shield and wait. That one up. Good. That was a good hit. How did he get 3 attacks? Move you around here, get you shooting over there as well. These guys have to be aggressive against this guy because he's just too dangerous. But we got a good hit there, so we'll hit and then defend. Defend there. And wait. We can... He's so close to going. Good. Great. He's down. Let's intimidate him. Don't care about those guys. Again, just defend here. Defend here. Okay. Brilliant. Okay, now let's just clean up. Well, it's this one last zombie. We're doing good, actually. We're doing really good. This guy's going to get away, but I really don't care at this point. Moving. And we're done. And we're just going to end the round. Nothing. What happened? That guy, we killed that guy. Keep an eye out. Make sure none of these zombies rise again. Okay, good. We're done. And we took very little damage, which is very, very nice. We got that thing. Don't want it. I don't want any of that gear, although the quiver is not bad. Right. We get levels? I didn't notice then. We got a level on one of our archers. So he can get bullseye. And then there. And then there. And then there. Yeah. Gotta keep an eye on that ammunition. But that's because ammunition is such a problem for us, because I've got, a party of 12, all of whom are using ammunition every combat. So it all has to be refilled. And probably 50% of my melee fighters are using all of their thrown weapons every round. So it all just adds up. Let's have a drink. And then we'll just... oh, it was dawn as soon as we got out. So we don't want that. We actually don't want... we don't need 2 of those, put it that way. We got 4 more days worth of food and nothing's about to expire too quickly, so we don't need to worry about any of that. And this weaponsmith doesn't have quite the range that the other one did, but let's leave town because... well, let's go. There we go. I knew it was gonna do it very soon. So that just took 1,000 gold off us and gave us our battle standard. As a weapon, this is actually pretty crap. So I'm not going to give it to anyone particular yet. And when I do, it's probably going to be one of the archers in the back line. But I'm seriously considering selling this falchion and maybe that longsword and buying this arming sword and giving it to one of my frontline guys, because it just seems to be that little bit more effective. It's got a very short damage range, but it's, reasonably high. And while it does 2 more fatigue than the short sword that they're currently using, it's also more effective against armor. So yes, let's do that. And my thought is to give it to my best 67 Coldridge. Yeah, you're getting an arming sword. Which means... what is that? Drunk. Oh, joy. We went and got a drink and now we've got 2 of our guys drunk. I'll leave that dagger. I'm not going to sell it yet. Okay. So, what's this mission? It's only 1 skull. $550 crowns to get rid of some brigands. How far away are they? Oh, just up there. Let's go to there and see what this is. So, some brigand thugs and a few brigand raiders. Easy. So there's 8 of them. How unfortunate that you've decided not to wear a helmet. And the same with you. And you decide to wear almost nothing in the way of armour. It doesn't tell me, but I'm assuming that had to have been a headshot which turned into a crit and killed him. I wish there was more information in here. I've said that before. And again. Yeah, of course you're going to go for him. That's good armor. There we go. You don't mess with the con man. Was that con man? No, that was Raspuya. But yeah, you don't mess with our archers. I really wanted that to hit at that distance. That would have been priceless. There's a chance you could hit my guy. I'm going to up to 88%. I mean, that should not have missed, which it didn't, which was good. It's really not worth chasing this guy down, but it's not that good terrain for him to flee on, so if we do chase him down, if we do make the attempt, there's a good chance that we will be able to actually kill him before he can get away. No, maybe not actually. No levels again, but we got some very good armor out of that. And I mean, if we liked axes, that's a very good axe. But I just don't like the fatigue on it. We've got another short sword, so we're getting plenty of short swords. And we even got some more mead, and I thought there was amber, but no, it must have been the gold I was seeing. See, we're out of ammunition already. We go through it so quickly. I mean, the tactic works really well, but I'm starting to wonder whether I should reconsider the tactic just because of how much ammunition we go through. Trying to keep the party supplied with ammunition is just getting very hard. Okay, so this is 90 and 110. So your armor is 170. We're not changing that. That's already 110. That's 110. That's 90. So we could give you the 110. And then we could give you some 90. And what have you got? You got 80 and you got 95. So we could give you that. And now we've got 2 more of the padded leather, which you've already got. But we could give that to you and to you. And that's amazing. All of our guys now have at least padded leather or higher. And then the Akaton cap, it's 40, but it's 1 fatigue. What's the fatigue like on all my archers? Is it worthwhile? Any of them really low? No. I was wondering whether it was worthwhile swapping any of them back to the Akaton cap rather than the chain coifs that they're using, or the mail coifs. I don't need that short sword. Everybody who's got short swords that needs them, I think, has them. Unless I wanted to take some of these daggers. But the good thing is the daggers have no fatigue rating on them. So that's sort of why I like them a little bit. And just, you know, maybe I should keep all of the back row with daggers if I can afford to. I can find 2 more daggers and I might just sell these because everybody else that I want to have short swords has them, or better. So let's sell those 2. Let's sell that, and it's a little bit risky that we're going to sell those. I mean risky because if we die, we have no armor to equip any new recruits with. We have 4 days worth of food, so we're doing good there. There's no more missions here. What's this? Crowns is 500 crowns. There was that encampment over there we could go and have a look at too, but I think I'm going to head back this way, back to the stuff, the areas that I'm used to doing. So let's go to Sonnenheim, or Sonnenheim, whatever it is. All the way up there. Well, we're going to wait until morning though, because we want to see if we can buy some more ammunition. We can, and it's actually all fairly cheap too, so we're going to buy a fair bit. Down to 3 days worth of food. Get some grain and maybe some more meat. Catch the eye of one of the nobles. Set aside skirmishers and seek to defeat a group of at least a dozen opponents. I shall name a sergeant to rally you on the battlefield. There we go. So I've got to give someone the rally the troops perk. I don't think anyone's got it yet. Oh, hang on, it's up in here, isn't it? It's that one there. I was looking down on this row. No, 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 no. Okay. We have a few people that are at that point where they're ready to take something from that level. And even if they're beyond that, we can always just take something from that level anyway. What do we got over here? Some brigand poachers, many brigand thugs. Excuse me, it should be very easy, because they'll be lightly armoured. There'll be a few of them, but yeah. Oh man, if we had taken that, ambition to fight 12, we could have been home and hosed. Lots of reach weapons or two-handed weapons there, and lots of archers in the back. So normally I'd wait for them to move forward before my archers attack, but I think we've got to start thinning out their ranks quickly. And in particular, those ones that are going to be slightly dangerous need to be eliminated as quickly as possible. Fleeing already.
Ah!
Haven't really done any of their ranged units yet. But that's okay. They haven't really posed much of a threat yet. Nice hit. Very nice. I'm going to move this guy forward. It's going to make him vulnerable, but I need someone to engage these guys. No. I might get you to switch to your Scrammer and get in there. Nice headshot. move some of my archers forward to threaten as well. Yeah. Doesn't surprise me that they're starting to retreat. You're coming back for more. Well, we shan't disappoint. Oh, brilliant shot. And he decided after that maybe it wasn't a good idea to hang around. I thought I killed him. I hadn't. I just got a good hit on him. He has a deep abdominal. Ah, we got the bleed on him. That's good. Is Dace the one using the arming sword? He's not. He's got a short sword. Any chance whatsoever of taking these guys down? Yes, I do. Only one guy got away, and we got a few levels over here and minimal damage all up. Very happy with that run. A little bit of light armor, another dagger is nice. Some metal joint covers, that's nice. I can add that onto armor and make it a little bit stronger. And it reduces some of the fatigue on it as well. So the question will be who to do that to. Let's start making our way back to Sonnenheim first. Let's do our levels. You're going to get Executioner. And then you're going to get 1 point there, 1 point there, and maybe 1 point there. And what we got here? You can get... do I want to make Cold Dodge our Sergeant? I'm thinking about putting the Sergeant in the back row, though. Shield Expert instead, I think. It might end up being Con Man who becomes our Sergeant whenever he next levels. And then Banana Guard. and that, and that. And he can get Shield Expert as well. And then you can get that. That, and say maybe that. How far away from... Oh, so close to a level. And then rather than giving him one of these, reach advantage. That will be good. Okay, I wanted to look at giving one more of these backline guys a dagger. So let's give that to Rusty Dagger. And then plus 30 durability, so I can increase someone's armor by 30 while removing so I could make this a super set of armor, but I think it might be better to put this on Cold Dodge. His armor is only 110, and its fatigue is 12. If I put this, the fatigue will drop to 9, which will give him back a few more points of fatigue. Although Banana Guard is the one who needs it the most, so let's do that. Let's drop that onto. Oh no, it adds to the fatigue. Because that armor is normally 12 and it's now 15. You might want to swap that armor to somebody else then. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that armor and we're going to give that there to Cold Dodge, and then you can have that back. So better protection for Cold Dodge. He's now got 140 armor rather than 110, but it's a little bit more fatiguing. That's not a problem because he had a higher fatigue anyway, so he could handle it. I thought it was doing it the other way around, where it was removing some of the fatigue from the armor. Right. Lots of bows out of that. Not that we want any of them. In fact, if anything, we want another hunting bow to replace the short bow that Arnold is using. Okay. Very nice. Okay, so don't need any of these. Don't need that. Don't need these. That's surplus. Don't need that. We're going to keep that, and we're going to get rid of that and that, and keep those two as backups. And we'll just go into here, and we will repair that and repair that. And I think that's really good. And I'm liking that everybody is happy in a group. Not surprising considering how well we're actually going at the moment. We got plenty of food. There's no ammunition here though. So we need to move on to another town. So let's see if Hagamoose has any ammunition supplies for us. What are they? They'll have a Fletcher. Yes, there will be plenty of ammunition if we're willing to pay the price for it. But we have enough coin now that we can actually spend some money on ammunition. And it's probably worthwhile buying, if not the full 500 we can carry, like getting up to say 300 or something like that if we can afford it. And look, there's some really cheap ammunition there. The Fletcher will probably be dearer than that. These are the hats that I was talking about, these hunter's hats. There is a variation of that. There's a mod that you can get which gives you a variation of that, which increases the vision for a character, which is the stat that is used. Oh, I didn't realise we got these cloth rolls either. We can sell those. There we go. Yes, we're all good. Let's see what this Fletcher has in the way of ammunition. He doesn't have a lot either. Wow. And frankly, his hunting bows are a little expensive. But I am tempted to buy a hunting bow. Yeah, I'll just do it. Let's sell that now. Right, and then what's the contract we got here? Oh, find something on chart. Yep, sure. How much? 320. Yeah, that's easy money. Where is it? Oh, yes. Ruined dwellings around the region of Buried Snake Hills to the west. Okay, I'm assuming these are the Buried Snake Hills, because these don't have that name. There is a name. 6 poor little brigand raiders that are about... Ooh, that sort of obviously came out of their little thing. I mean, they're still brigand raiders, so they're heavily armoured, but most of their weapons aren't all that great. Ooh, that, though, looks like an arming sword. Okay. Still have some guys with no helmets. They're not learning at all. Ah! Like that. Yes. Gotta love that. Took down a guy with that level of armor with a single shot because he wasn't wearing a helmet. You can take the high ground there. I really don't care. Yeah, that's an arming sword. So he's going to be a little bit dangerous. Gone, if possible. Let's teach him to stand up on high spots. Any hit's a good hit. even if you weren't aiming at it. Get in there. Good. Got rid of that guy. The rest of this should just be cleanup work now. Get the Scramasax in there, and I actually want you to go to... Well, even there is good enough. Because bleed will be nice against him. Let's switch to the short sword and show him what we can do with it. Okay, you're not in a good position to shoot at anybody, but if you go to there, you are in a good position to shoot at someone. Likewise, if you go to there... Got rid of a guy with the arming sword who was slightly dangerous. Let's start moving all these guys up here. Don't know that really did as much damage as I would like, but the second shot did. I was, trying to decide whether to take a second shot or not. You can go to there and switch to your armings. But might not last that long. We shall see. Let's get you over there. Bring you out this way in case he runs back that way. We got a shot. Can you get to there? You can. Okay, he's a little bit worried now. You can't get all the way around to there, but you're getting close to it. Get you up on there. Come on. We finish it with the arming sword. Very nice. And again, very little damage. And we got another arming sword for loot. Very nice. And look at that. Another basic mail shirt and some padded leather. So we're getting some good armor. That's another good nasal helm. We're getting some good armor and some good weapons. The kite shields just use that much more fatigue. Like 6 more fatigue for a kite shield. I mean, yes, they provide twice the protection. And if you look at it fatigue-wise, it's better because it doesn't do twice the fatigue, but I just don't know. So, leave that. Okay, so we're back up this way. We're not going to take on this camp yet. We might in a little bit, but at the moment we're coming over here to look for this ruined dwelling. But what I think I'm going to do is let's just make the best use we can of the new gear that we just got. So this is a basic mail shirt 115, which isn't as good as this. Not as good as that upgraded armor, but it's better than that. So and it's 12. Okay, so it's not going to give us a fatigue penalty. It will go for you to use it, but either of these two guys could upgrade to this without a fatigue penalty. So you can take it. We've also got this helm that is 2 more fatigue than... I'm going to give you that helm as well. That brings your fatigue back to 68, but you're still doing really good compared to everybody else. Okay, and then all of my archers have the leather, the padded leather, so we can sell that or we can keep that for some, in case we lose a man. Let touch wood and all that. You've got the patched shirt, which is 90. You could go to the 110, but it's 2 more fatigue, and you're already at 53. And you're at 52. Yeah, I don't want to give you that upgraded armor either, because that's just too much for you to carry. Although we could swap you back to the slightly slightly worse helm, but I think that's a better option. And then we've got one here with a arming sword. Let's give Banana Guard yourself an arming sword as well. And that means we now have 2 in the front row with an arming sword. I'm not going to bother repairing any of those, but we are going to repair that and that. And that. Right. Let's get up in the hills here and see if that helps us to find this place we're looking for. It's mountains now. It's covered in snow. They're not hills. It's also night time, so there's not much chance of us finding it, I would think, at night at a distance. So what we might do is get to here and then camp until dawn. Oh, look, there's dawn now. Is that helping us at all? Come over here and then we might move up this way, because I don't know if it's over this side of the mountains or not. It's called Buried Snake Hills to the west. No, I'm not giving you money. Where did we come from? It was Hagamus, I thought. Unless it's down here. Well, I've only got 2 more days worth of food. Okay, if I come to here and I don't find it, I don't see it, I'm going to head back to Hagamus and buy some more food. And then maybe it's down this way? Even though that says Skull Slide Hills, maybe these hills are called something different. I didn't realise I had a flagellant in my group. It's night time again. Let's just rest here for the night. And if we don't see this dawn, I'm not giving you money to tell me where it is. Okay, let's come down here. Let's head back to Hagamus and we need to get some food. That should just skip across there and come over that way. Buried Snake Hills. Right there. That's the problem. Sometimes these places that they talk about, the Buried Snake Hills, they're not actually mentioned on the map anywhere. Like Skullside Hills or Heartsong Range. Obviously, maybe these hills here are called the Buried Song Hills, or maybe, you know, that is sort of small hills in the grassland there. At least I think that's what that's supposed to represent. Anywho, we're doing good now. Got any more ammo? No, of course not. Keep those and sell that, sell that. Sell those, that. Keep those 3 shields because they've got red on them. We've decided that red is our colour because it's on our banner. And then sell those and we'll just keep that as a backup. And then we need some more food. So that's not... neither of those are really all that well priced, but that should be enough to keep us going for a couple more days. Let's head to Hochberg and see how that is. We could come back here and take out that. Oh, we got levels before and we didn't use them. Okay, Wilfred, you can get backstab. No, hang on. Shield expert. And then give you that. Looks like those defenses. Let's just make you that a little bit tougher. And then you. What did you got? Exposed ribs, that's right. You're a butcher, you're not a... You're supposed to be a butcher, not a flagellant. Okay. Shield expert. Yep. Sure, why not? Do this sort of health as well. And then... No, temple. Okay, you just have to suffer. Weaponsmith. I don't think I want to buy anything here. Man, look at that flail. $45 to $50. Maximum fatigue 8. 2085. No, we're good. Don't need to buy anything. Did they have ammunition? I didn't check. They do. Let's buy it all, and let's buy all of their tools as well, because we can afford to. And you know what? We're buying the dog. Weaponsmith, armor, tavern. Who's gonna have the puppy? Put him on the outskirts, I think. Actually, first of all, was there anyone who was a Houndmaster? He's got a hatred for beasts, so we're definitely not giving it to him. missions there. So let's go to Schnellmark. Good, lots of missions. Temple, so you fix those exposed ribs because you're an idiot. Did we need to give anyone a trim? Looks like we're all good. Everyone's keeping their Everyone's keeping things looking nice and trim. That's good. Not going to buy any more ammunition, but if they've got any more food at a good price... No. Everything is, like, ridiculously overpriced. That's okay. We don't need more food right now. Let's have a look at a mission. Nope. Sure. 1,400 crowns? Yep. 3 days to the west. Oh, great. Where are we going? All the way over there. Click there. How does it want to get there? This will be fun. We're going cross country already to get to this road. Are we just going to go straight through the middle of the wilderness there and across the water here and then go to it, or are we going to actually go up and around? We are going to go just straight through the middle. Okay. This will be interesting. The interesting thing here is the implication that this route that it is taking at the moment actually proves that the AI of this movement knows the map before it's uncovered. Because it knew not to go straight over this way and then come down along the coastline and then zip across. It knew there was a gap in the mountains there. It knew there were hills. From my point of view, this is not one of the better ways to go because there's nowhere along the way for me to resupply. And we are going to get low on food before we get... we've got 3 more days. No, we'll be right. I'm just used to trying to keep the food, like, at around 100 with this one. Better be some food here, because we are getting low. It's a 3-skull mission as well. There's not a lot of food. Let's have a look at this mission. I'm scared. Like 2,400 crowns to take. Oh, lindworms. Oh my god. I've never fought lindworms before. This could be the end of our company, guys. Does it tell us where the lindworms are? Like, I don't see any tracks. I wasn't paying a huge amount of attention to what he said about in the contract where they were. It just says hunt down lindworms around Driffelden. Maybe I should just camp until the morning. Okay, so they spit acid. That's really nice. That's encouraging. Thank you very much for that. There are 2 lindworm. We would have to fight them in the bloody hills, wouldn't we? Okay, that's actually not too bad. We've got good ground. We could back up a little bit to get even more protection from the higher ground, and we may end up doing that with some of our archers. But again, I'm going to take the policy of what? There's 2 hidden opponents. How can that be? There is supposed to be 2 lindworms, and now I'm being told there's 4 things. Oh, that's right. The lindworm has a head part and a tail part, I believe. Yes. I don't know over what distance they can spit. Gonna move him forward. And then shield wall. Same with you. Aren't in a position to reliably throw anything at them yet. I'm shield walling just in case that helps to protect from the spit. I really don't know. I mean, I have seen a brief entry on these guys in the wiki, but I really didn't pay any attention into what is required to hurt or kill these things at all. Because these are endgame. I would not have thought I was ready for these yet. I probably am not. Actually, I'm going to wait for my shot. Let them move first. Okay, so he hasn't spat at all. We've only done minimal damage. Look at that, 1,100 hit points. We've done minimal damage to the health and done a little bit of damage to the armor. I'm just going to keep aimed shots at them. Try and do as much damage as possible from a distance. Because as I've said, I don't know how I've never fought these guys before, so I really want to be careful with everything that I'm doing. Any damage I can do from a distance has got to be good. Okay, so that tail can move like that. Let's... And the tail even sort of blocks it a little bit. I don't know if killing the head kills the tail, or if the tail fights on after death type of thing. So far it hasn't really threatened us at all. Release the hound. I know the hound will probably not last very long, but I'm curious to see whether they will attack it and reveal what they actually do in combat. Okay, I don't know what that was. What does that skull thing mean? It's confident? Is that... Okay. I can technically throw past its tail at its head. What is that? Is it using its tail to attack, or what is it doing? I don't know. I feel like it's time to sort of say tally ho, brothers, and let's get in there. The problem here is going to be managing fatigue more than anything. Man, that tail hits hard. Oh, good. I hit it and it sprayed me with acid and started to destroy my armor. I don't expect it to be able to survive. I've never seen this creature before. I have no idea what its capabilities really are. G'day, Conman. Yes, it was a good run. I'm going to try my best. I am definitely trying to see what I can do, but I just don't know what's involved in fighting this thing. I'm learning. It hits hard, destroys armor very easily. When you hit it, it sprays acid over you, which destroys your armor very easily. Trying to keep it at a distance is obviously a good thing, but you've got the fact that it's got the body and the head and the tail. So unless you're wanting to play a game where you're running around all the time trying to kite it, you're going to have a really hard time with this thing, no matter what. Yeah, okay, that wasn't good. I mean, I'm slowly wearing away its armor in places and doing damage to it, but it is just chewing through my body. So we've lost a quarter of our team already. I feel like I'm damaging either part of the head or the body damages the other. So it shares its health across both, which is encouraging. That's handy. So if you can keep the pressure up on it and do damage, you can actually kill the thing easier than I've seen. It seems like it shares the armor as well across both. Because if I look there, yeah, armor is shared across both as well. So that is encouraging. But I don't have a chance of actually killing this thing. Conman, you're running away. Stop running away. Like, we've got this one down to half health. Easier to hit or at least in this case, it was easier for me to hit the tail than it was to hit the body. I've got to keep up the pace and continue to try and do damage. As I've said, the hardest thing here is managing my own fatigue. But I've got one of these things pretty low health. My archers are going to run out of arrows very quickly in this situation. And now they're starting to miss. Potentially from fatigue, but maybe not. Rusty Boyer is doing that. He's managing his fatigue very well. The good thing was we were getting some bleed on. All of our melee guys are gone now. So I don't like my chance here. But I'm not willing to try and run away. I want to kill at least one of these things before I die. That one is so close to death. What's going on? Oh, don't have any arrows. Gotta switch to dagger. Damn it. Come on, I'm that close to killing this damn thing. Just let me get one more shot. That's all I want. One more hit on it. And then you're going to run away so that this guy can't attack. You bastard. I was going to say, I'm going to take the chance that I might hit Conman, but I need to kill one of these things. Oh, how many hit points has it got left? Seriously. And then I run out of arrows. I got more. I got more. Sorry, Conman. Damn it. I've got to kill one of them. I've got to. We're back in it. One. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We've lost the entire... We will lose the entire party here. Nothing I can do about it. But we will have killed... rest and recover as much of my stamina as possible, not as much of my fatigue as possible. Do we have a full quiver of throwing axes as well? Useless now because he got into position so quickly that we can't use it. There we go. Well, sorry guys, we didn't make it, but I gotta say it was a lot of fun to fight the Lindworms for the first time. Yeah, it's an interesting fight. A party of 12 guys against one Lindworm, I can probably see. I think I'm going to have to rethink my tactics in the meantime to see how we go. But, yeah. So, that means we've got to start a new campaign. And what campaign to choose? Thanks for that, Conman. Okay. I have actually played a lot of these, at least briefly. And I know the lone wolf scenario is incredibly hard. But I do like the idea of it. The idea that you actually are the avatar. If that character dies, it's all over. What I'm going to do is we're going to lose video for a second while I quit the game. Because what I'm going to do, and you won't be able to see this, but I have a couple of more mods available, and I'm just going to make them active in the game. And it's going to be that one. I might as well try that one. And let's try and see if that one works as well. And that one. I like that one, but it's been buggy for me, but we'll give it a try. Okay. Did that work? No, I think it went to the wrong folder. It did. Go to there. There we go. Hopefully this will be stable. We'll see. Is it going to pick up? Is OBS going to pick up the game properly? Let's have a look. No. Yes. No. No. Okay. Let me just fix OBS if I can. Properties. There we go. Battle Brothers. No. Maybe quit that and start it again. Sorry about this. A little unprofessional, but I had these other mods I wanted to try out. There we go. That's starting now. Right, so this has done a couple of things. One, we have the Lone Wolf Ranger scenario where I can start as a hunter, a ranger, and if my ranger dies, the campaign ends, which I like the idea of more than the Lone Wolf Knight, because I'm Ranger Tony, of course. So that's what we're going to do. But I also added in elves and dwarves. Let's just call the company Rangers, and we'll pick that one. I don't care what the seed is. And Iron Man, everything else is good. So elves and dwarves have been added in, and that other mod mustn't have worked. There was supposed to be another starting scenario around a sword master, but I think I need to zip that file first. Ooh, We have to follow tracks. Maybe it's time. Okay, there's no mission, but that's cool. So we are a ranger with the Pathfinder ability, or a what's that? So first of all, this has to be Tony, the ranger. 3 stars in ranged skill, 3 stars in initiative. We have 9 vision, 2 stars in fatigue, so we are definitely going to be increasing ranged and fatigue and initiative every time. But we have enough to level up, so let's do that. Oh, we have to pick another perk there. So we get that one by default, but we get to pick another perk there. And then I'm going to pick Bullseye here, because we have a few levels to unlock. And I'm... I might take Rally the Troop. No, I won't do Rally the Troops. I don't have enough points for that. Let's do that, and that again. And we're good. That's our starting character. We have Leather Ranger Armor, which is 90 protection with 8 fatigue, and a Ranger's Hood. So that's nice. We already have Axe Mastery and Bow Mastery as well. As you can sort of see them here. There's a little gold outline around them, so we don't have to pick those, which is actually a little bit of a shame, because it means once I get to that level, there's really nothing for me to pick. But I've got to pick something so that I can open up that next level. But that's fine. I'm actually probably not going to use the axes very much as my backup weapon, so I will probably pick something like swords or daggers or cleavers. Probably daggers or sword mastery once I get to that level. Yeah, Con-Man, fatigue is a massive deal in the game in general. And really it comes down to the better the armor and weapons that you use, the more fatigue that they give you, just generally. So they reduce your total fatigue, and then when you're using them, they use up more fatigue. So, that's even the fact with the hunting bow. The hunting bow has a maximum fatigue of 6 compared to the short bow, which is only 4. But the hunting bow does more damage. So you always have this thing, is it better for me to accept the penalty of the fatigue, or is it better for me to use a weapon which doesn't do as much damage? Okie dokie. Taxidermist there, which is new in the DLC. A Fletcher, which I cannot really afford anything and don't need to buy anything, but eventually I will want the warbow. So the good thing about the warbow is it does more damage, but it doesn't increase the fatigue any from what the hunting bow is. But in general, if you look at any of the more advanced weapons, as they go up in usage, in ability, they tend to... I'm going to take both these guys. I don't even know how good they're going to be. I don't care. I need someone in the front line to help me in combat, and I may have to even be front line myself for a little bit. You are actually 1 star in ranged, so you could be in the back row. And so are you. God damn it. I don't want just rangers. Everyone's going to be in the front row for a while, though, I think. Can I get minimal armor here? 1. And a hood. And a crappy dagger and shield. Okay. Get another hood. Even though I'm not a huge... Well, no, actually we'll take the bludgeon because it's cheaper than the axe. because I've already almost run out of money. Who's the better fighter? You are. So you get the bludgeon, the armor, the shield, and the hood. Actually, doesn't matter. The hat was already good enough. I bought an extra hat for nothing. Because that is marginally better. Oh, I've got those furs to sell. Damn it. Not that it really helped, because there was no more armor to buy. Fletcher, taxidermist, temple. Yeah, okay. What's the mission? A graveyard mission! I hate graveyard missions! But I'm gonna have to take it, because I need the money. And if this is full of undead, and we all just die immediately, I am going to be so ticked off. But it's not going to stop me. I will make another party full of rangers. So the other mod that I've added in we will see in a second. Now, I have had this be a little bit buggy on me. I've got to learn to not use escape. Oh, man. How many? Some. So what I was talking about is that there's battle preparation here. So before we engage, I can go to my party and I can set them up the way I want them to. So for example, I might want to do that. I might want to change my gear. Why do I still have the pelts which I just sold a minute ago? Not that I'm complaining, but sometimes I've had it when I go into the battle preparation here, if I hit escape, it actually escapes the thing behind and never closes this screen, and then I can't close this screen. I'm going to fall back from there, and I'm going to go over to here, and I may have to cancel that mission, because many will be 4 to 6, and my party would be lucky to take out 1 to 2 of those things. I've got to think of a better name for them. Ghouls sounds good, but they're not really. I don't know if they're undead. And then sometimes I forget that zombies are zombies, and I call them whatever. A rat catcher. Oh yes, we want a rat catcher. Rat catchers are good. What have you got? Good. You're an actual decent fighter for once. So, sorry friend, but you are losing your gear for the moment, and it's going to our rat catcher friend, because he can actually do some decent damage in combat. And I wish I could afford you as well, but I really can't. Not until I can make some money, and I don't think I can make some money with that mission. Even if I give the other guy the simplest of weapons. Like, even if I just give you that and throw you into the middle of it, there's no way, unless the sum is 4 and we get really, really lucky, there is no way we can complete that mission. I can't even... Oh, hang on. Yeah, it must have been buggy on the battle preparation screen as well, because it showed our furs listed there, which we don't have. Like, I don't have enough money to buy decent people or armor to fight that mission. I feel like my best option is to cancel that mission and just see what's available here. No, it's another graveyard! kidding me? I don't understand. And it's the same bloody graveyard. But it will likely have different... now that the mission is different, it will likely have different... a different spawn in it. So it may not be what we had previously. So let's see. It's going to tell us in a sec what's in there, which I didn't really check on last time. That one. No, it's the same thing. Like, there's no way we can do this mission at all. But I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it. Like, I've got to do something. I've got to make some money, and this is almost impossible. So how many is the sum going to be? Is it going to be 4 or is it going to be 6? It's 5. We are dead. D-E-A-D, dead. Normally I would be using aimed shot to try and take these guys down, but I think I'm going to have to use quick shot because I just cannot be sure that I'm going to get enough shots. Spear wall for you, and then wait. Shield up for you, and wait. Shield up for you, and wait. I should have given him the hatchet that I'm carrying. Good. I think that spear wall just worked too well for me not to do it again. He's running away now, so it's not an advantage this time. I can't believe we actually managed to do this. With minimal injuries too. Cut leg muscle and that's about it. And we got a signet ring and some coin as loot. Okay, so Mr. Negative, that worked better than expected. Don't complain next time. Do need to buy some better equipment as quickly as possible, which means we've got to find some other towns to go to. So Thalberg next, because Hufschlag is not going to have anything else for us. While I remember. There we go. Let's just do that as a little celebration. And yes, we want to hire you because you've at least got a weapon, even if you've got no armor and you're crap at whatever you do. No, you're actually decent in the front end. Who was our worst front end guy? He was. Let's change this up a little bit. Let's get rid of that and that. You can have that and that for now. You can have that. and you can have that. We still need to get some better armor and weapons in general, but that's a decent start. Selling both of those. How many people do we need headgear for? Just the one. Okay, let's buy a hat then. That's cheap. I'll buy both of them. And we need food badly. So that'll do us well for food. Okay. Let's head to the next town. Thalberg. There's one other mod that I've considered adding to the game. I mentioned in other streams that I would like the game to be more of a D&D feel where you can hire different classes, so clerics and mages and things like that. Excuse me. But there is one extra mod that you can put in which allows you to get necromancers in your group, and I think that would be an interesting thing to add. I just don't like that as a solution because I don't like the evil side of necromancy. But yeah, so I can't afford any of that armor, but maybe there's some cheap armor here. There is a cheap bow, so we've now got a bow for what's his face in the back. And I can splurge on that, and maybe let's splurge on that. Let's see what we can do with this. So that's 50, which I think is, yeah, that's better than that. So let's give, you're still our best fighter, aren't you? Actually, you're not. You're our best fighter, all things considered. So we're going to give you that, and then rather than you having this in the background, you're going to have that and that. We just need to get you, doesn't know which side we're on, I suppose, but we need to get you some decent clothes to wear, and maybe a backup weapon. Is there there's a cheap knife there, and a leather tunic for 35. That will provide a little bit more protection for you. So there we go. And you can take that. And I will take that. Is there a barber around? Where's the nearest barber? I've got to get my character set up with his nicely manicured look. We don't want that, so we'll sell that. We don't want any of those. But we can't get any missions here. Weapons, armor, tavern. I'm not even going to look at people here because I will want to hire a whole heap of them and I won't be able to afford it. Let's go and have a look at Grunmark. We've got, 9 days worth of food. I went overboard. That's alright. Rest here for a bit. Very good. 140 to fix his leg muscle. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it. But there's plenty of missions, so that's good. Can't afford any of this, even if I want it. 58 for another thick tunic. Don't click the button. Okay, let's pick a mission. Middle one. Explore an uncharted region. 300 crowns. I can do that. Where is it? Oakwood to the east. Oakwood Meadows to the east. Well, look, if it's somewhere near Oakwood Meadows, and we are in Oakwood Meadows, how about we just climb this little mountain here and see if we can see it? I have good vision. See, I have really good vision. I have vision of 9. No, not going to see it. Higher to the Death Defiers around Oakwood Meadows to the east. Oakwood Meadows. I don't know where else to look. I mean, you said to the east. This is east. Oakwood Meadows on the map is to the west, but... problem is I don't have... If I wait around too long, I'm going to run out of money to pay my guys. I've got 6 more days. Okay, fine. Let's just camp in here. Hopefully when dawn comes up... Nope, I'm not paying you to find it. Because it doesn't help. They don't actually show it to you. They just give you a general... There it is. All the way up there. $300 easy marks. Easy crowns. Surprised they're not called marks. This is built by a German company, which is why all the names are German sounding. There we go. Okay, what's your next mission? Kill some brigands. Sure, I can do that. Follow the tracks near Grunmark. Return the... Cool. Yeah, might just do that. And look, frankly, is there someone really cheap that we want? We've got a beggar. I've never played a monk. I've never bought a monk. I could get another day teller. Another beggar. Day teller. Refugee. Tailor. No, I'm not gonna take someone at the moment. Let's just do this. Up this way, hey? I've headed over there. Follow the road. We have many brigand thugs. Okay, we're going to have to soften them first at a range with my archers. Unfortunately, my frontline guys don't have any missile weapons to rely on, but only one of them has any sort of headgear, and most of them have minimal-ish armor. Actually, some of them have semi-decent armor. 65, 55, 55. Yeah, most of them have more than we do, actually, but that's fine. Okay. Weapon-wise, who's dangerous? Falchion? Reinforced flail club thingy? Oh! Yes. Just wait. They're not going to be able to get to me first round, so I'm not going to bother shield walling. Just don't need to add fatigue for no reason. Let them come to me, so shield up. Oh, you've only got a buckler, so I can't do anything with you. Normally I'd use aimed shot, but I think the number of misses is more important than how accurately we miss. And then that guy's got minimal armor as well, so let's take a shot at him. Okay. He doesn't even have a shield, so let's just hack and slash at him until he's dead. That's close enough. You're hiding in the bush, that's fine. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Okay, so that evens things up a little bit. I don't think I've got it back up. Oh, I've got it down now. Yeah, this is going to be hairy. Game's over. Actually, I'm thinking I might take a break for a little while now. So that's going to be the end of this stream. thank you for joining me for this. I hope you enjoyed it. And thanks for being in the chat there, Conman. And I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.